Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday. I tell you. How are you today? Welcome to Wednesday. How are you at way more-ish than 8? Sorry, I am so late tonight. Way more-ish than 8. What is going on in your world? What are you grateful for? This Wednesday night, where are we? 24th of August. I don't even know what month we're in. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Great to have you here. Happy Hump Day. Hump Day, people. We are getting over the hump. How are things in Illinois today? Tell me about your day and what you, but most importantly, you are grateful for this Wednesday. That's what I want to know. I want to know what's happening in your world and what is making you smile today and feel grateful. That is what I want to know. It was a beautiful day today. It's been a busy week. We were crazy on Monday in store. I've been in my store a couple of times this week. I've been in New Hampshire. I've been at my stores twice-ish, 2.5 times-ish, because we did a computer upgrade this week. So I've been there just to make sure everything is all smooth sailing. But it has been a good week. I mean, a great week of sales. And we're short of help with COVID in play. Well, I'm sorry about that, but if that's good for business, Kitty, ring that register. I don't have a register bell, but I'll ring the bell. I'll ring the bell for you. Hey, Carrie, how are you tonight? What are you grateful for tonight? I hope all is well in Titusville. It was so exciting to get to be able to see your store in person. I don't know, it feels like a month ago, 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, something like that, when we made that surprise visit. But it is great to have you all here tonight and to be thinking about things and driving your business forward. That is what we work on here. Yes, I think it'll pick up with your launches coming up. I mean, being on the Space Coast there, that has some excitement. It's also, you're also at that time, when you have slow days, like right at this time of year, you got to keep in mind everybody's getting back on their schedules, and they don't know exactly where you fit into their schedule. So that is tough as we enter the fall season, the back to school season. Really, I know it's still summer, but the back to school season really is a tough time. Those first 10 days, 15 days of back to school is tough. Hey, Rose, it is great to have you here. You're grateful for a comfy chair. I know you're tired, but it's a good tire. You're gonna be thankful for this tire, Rose, and I very much appreciate the work you are doing to take your business to the next level. I'm really excited about it. I mean, I know it's not going to be easy. We never say it's going to be easy. It's never easy. But I am really excited about that. So, and to just see you executing, that gets us really excited. That gets Angie and I both really excited. To see you executing. You're going to knock it out of the park, Rose. You're going to knock it out of the park. Speaking of that, let's get started with our Stay Positive book. Our Stay Positive book is where we start every night. Tonight we are on page... Somebody's trying to call me. Somebody's trying to call me. We're on page 118. Don't get bitter, get better. Find the lesson and move on. Don't get bitter, get better. Find the lesson and move on. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That is the way it goes. There's lots going on. I got a big topic to talk about, but I wanted to update you on a few retail. Oh, Michelle, I have missed you. Michelle, I have missed you so much. I am so glad you found me. I am so glad I have missed you. I need my Michelle time. Michelle, I am so glad you are here. We are broadcasting, everyone, on both Facebook and YouTube. If you have any problems with Facebook, hop on right over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the show comments. But we are thrilled to have you here with us, Michelle. And lots of good things happening. It's been good to see you mixing it up and having different ladies do the lives and everything. I've been catching pieces of them in your lives, so I'm excited about that. And that you've been using Loyal Shops. That's been great to see. So great to have you here. So I've got a real overarching topic tonight. That is employee related that I wanted to talk about. But before I get to that, I wanted to just jump in with a couple of retail news updates, because there's a lot going on in the retail world that you should just be aware of. So Bed Bath & Beyond is in the news a lot right now. Bed Bath & Beyond is in the news a lot, and there's a lot going on there. And it's it's not overall good news. They have people are halting shipments to them because of unpaid bills. And more importantly than that, a common thing in retail, in any business to business, is credit insurance. And what I mean by that is these big suppliers that are sending millions of dollars of product on credit, they buy insurance on their accounts receivable so that companies pay them. So if they don't get paid, the insurance companies pay out. And the insurance companies are stopping insuring invoices from Bed Bath & Beyond. They will not insure Bed Bath & Beyond invoices anymore. So that is not spell good news. And this is the time of year you start to see it, because businesses are trying to bulk up their inventory ahead of the holiday season. If they have a problem, this is a problem. And Bed Bath & Beyond certainly has a problem right now and raising cash. They were on the positive side, so getting credit. Nobody wants to give Bed Bath & Beyond credit, although Chase has stepped in. Chase Bank has stepped in and given them a $375 million lifeline. But it also moves Chase to the front of the line to get paid. So you're going to have other creditors get upset, but it actually gives Bed Bath & Beyond money to pay their creditors and get through the holiday season. I don't think that's going to save Bed Bath & Beyond. They have a lot of structural issues beyond that and financial issues. I don't know that this is a saving thing for Bed Bath & Beyond. They're in real trouble after this holiday season. But that $375 million will get them through the holidays probably. They'll make it till then. But they're probably the first to go after that. Another bath retailer, but one that is more successful, is actually changing their return policy. Bath and Body Works has changed their return policy. customers will be limited to $250 in non-receipted returns or exchanges within a 90-day period. And, which is balancing out their 100% satisfaction guarantee, but they are narrowing their policy with no receipt. And so that is, getting tighter. That is getting much tighter. And we talked about that the other night. If you didn't hear us the other night, we talked about a lot of the stores that are changing the return policies, especially online. And that is a big point to note, that the biggest change with return policies is the lack of free shipping on the return. So stores are not allowing for the free shipping on the return. Looking at what shoppers expect, shoppers are expecting a more expensive Christmas. Shoppers are expecting a more expensive Christmas, and they're seeking discounts ahead of the holidays. They're looking for discounts ahead of the holidays, which really comes back to everything is earlier. No matter what you think, everything is earlier. Everything is earlier. Back to school was earlier, okay? Started right after July 4th with back to school shopping. Halloween shopping is earlier. Christmas shopping is good. I mean, I can't tell you how many Halloween costumes we have already sold. We start taking and putting out Halloween in August 1st, but Halloween is earlier. Christmas shopping will be earlier. New Year's shopping, everything is moved forward. So people are spending that earlier. And that is especially important to think about with Christmas. People have who they're shopping for on their list. Okay, you have to remember, though, that people are pretty good overall. Okay, the American consumer is pretty good at saying, I'm going to spend this much on Christmas. Okay, I'm going to spend $500. I'm going to spend $100. It doesn't matter what the amount is. But when it's gone, people. It's gone. When it's gone, it's gone. So you have to know that getting a piece of the Christmas budget earlier is so incredibly important. So, thinking about how you're going to have holiday outfits out, how you're going to have holiday decor, how you're going to reach people earlier, like September, okay, which is right around the corner. How you're reaching and communicating people earlier is incredibly important, and it is just incredibly because everything is earlier. So you need to get people's money earlier, sooner. You got to get into their pockets, and so be thinking Christmas already. It is not too early to be thinking Christmas. And if you need an add-on idea, we just got these in, and they're selling like hotcakes. These jar openers. I mean, I thought these were hokey things, but all the ladies are gaga over jar openers. They come in all sorts of styles. We got these on Fair from Andreas, Andreas, on Fair. They come in a whole bunch of designs. Wholesale for $450. Wholesale is $450, and I'm like, who's gonna pay $9, $10, $11 for a jar opener? I mean, but like, I could have probably sold out our whole first order to our staff. Because they're all gaga over how good the quality is and the designs, and some are buying them for gifts. So if you need, now is your time to be stocking up on add-ons. We have been doing that regularly and bringing things in for things that are in stock now. And so now is the time to be doing that. And remember, even your mistakes in bringing in stuff is okay. If these didn't sell, whoopee, you discount them and you get rid of them. The bigger mistake is hanging on to your dogs with fleas for a long time. There are two, and it goes well with our quote from Simon tonight. There are there are two types of decisions: good decisions and lessons learned. Good decisions and lessons learned. So think about that. Okay, so does anybody know what a quiet quitter is? Does anybody know what a quiet quitter is? You know, it is a new terminology to describe employees, and um, we're all going through phases of burnout right now, and there's been lots of different employee threads in the different resale groups and such, and people talking about it. And quiet quitters is kind of like, well, that's part of it, Kitty. An unhappy employee who doesn't tell you. Well, a quiet quitter is more, think of it as an employee who lifts their foot off the gas pedal, who's going gangbusters, going full steam, and says, I need more me time. That doesn't mean they aren't showing up for their shifts, they aren't showing up for their schedules, but they might not respond to your texts. They might not respond to your emails after hours. They might not, they're not giving 125%, they're giving 90% or 80%. And they're disengaged, right? And part of it is just life, but it's burnout. It's the constant onslaught of things. And in resale stores, what I see most often being the cause of this, okay, where this happens, and when I heard the term this week of quiet quitters, I'm like, oh, that's a great name for it. But it's true. Where it happens most often is because of the constant texting. Okay, you know, you're constantly messaging and texting and doing, you have a question and you're doing something and they're constantly getting binged. Okay, that constant ping, whether it's when they're in your store, when they're at home, whenever it is, causes the quiet quitter syndrome. You know, now they don't respond. You know, everybody needs time to disconnect. Okay, I mean, we talk about Self-Care Sunday every week. Okay, that you need time to disconnect. Okay, everybody needs that time, and most things in your store are not an emergency. Most things in your store are not an emergency. I can't stress that enough. Most things in your store are not an emergency. 99% of things in your store are not an emergency, even though it may feel like it at that moment. It is not. It does not need a text to Susie to find out why this didn't happen or where that item is for this customer. Okay, you need better processes and procedures. You need better communication, and that communication by text especially creates quiet quitters. Okay, when they can't get away from your business, they stop responding and stop responding at all hours, and that's their way of becoming disengaged and becoming a quiet quitter. And so you have to adapt your communication strategy to the environment so that you're not creating burnout. So that is one lesson with that, so that we are not creating quiet quitters. And that is really very, very important to do. The other thing with employees right now, and it's been a big topic, how to get people. I need somebody to work every weekend and this and that. You've got to change. If everybody's banging their head against the wall. Do I have a wall to bang my head against? Can I get? Everybody's banging their head against the wall to get employees. Okay? Can I do that? You know, I mean, everybody's banging their head against the wall. It's not that complicated. The biggest thing you need to do is adapt your expectations of what you want. you have to meet you have to adapt to what the workforce is willing to give. If you're requiring every weekend, you need to look to require one weekend a month and get a bunch of people that can do one weekend a month, or one Saturday a month, or 2 Saturdays a month. You have to meet people in the middle with this. You can't be hiring like it's 2005 or 2010 or 2015 even. Okay, hiring for today is about your employees, not about you. Okay, so making your world about them and finding how they serve you. Okay, what you don't compromise on is the role they fill. And what I mean by that is you don't compromise on that. These are the duties of a cashier. This is the duties of a processor. This is what I expect from a key holder or a supervisor or a manager. You don't compromise on the role. You compromise on how you fill that role for the hours, okay, and when those hours occur. Maybe you can find a great person. We recently got a person who's absolutely fabulous, okay, but she can only work 2 afternoons a week, okay, but she's quickly become a closer 2 afternoons a week, and is absolutely engaged, okay, not a quiet quitter, and gives us her all and loves being there 2 days a week. We have somebody else that just, nobody would hire her for just weekends. And in the past, we wouldn't have hired just a weekend person. But this person is great just on weekends and is really doing a heck of a job. So, it is a matter of, that is an important matter to be aware of and be connected with. Is understanding the needs of your team and finding people. So you may end up with more staff than you would normally have. I need a full-time person that can do 6 days a week. You may not be able to find that, but you may be able to find 3 part-time people that can do that. I caught part of the other night. I was flipping channels, and I was watching 9 to 5, Dolly Parton, 9 to 5. And, it was right there at the end where the big corporate tycoon was coming in and seeing all the changes that were made and, job sharing. Think of it as job sharing, okay? This is the roles I need to fill. You don't compromise the role, okay? This is what needs to happen in this role, but you may have 2 people fill that role, to get what you want. And so you may end up with a bigger staff and bigger but accomplishing all that you need to let them do that, especially right now. And I can't stress that enough. Okay, this fall, you have the opportunity. School is back. Okay, and what I mean that school is back, the schools are prepared to deal with COVID. They're not going to send your kid home every week, and women, okay, the caregivers, the mothers of children who are the primary caregivers, are prepared to tip their toes back into the workforce. That has been the biggest thing missing from the workforce is women, okay, because they stayed home the past 2 years to take care of the kids. And they're dipping their toe back in the workforce. And if you can have an accommodating work schedule that lets them get some hours in, okay, not full time, but maybe it's a weekend day, maybe it's 2 or 3 days during the week, and you are more flexible in that, okay. Don't be flexible in hiring somebody that can't do the job. Don't be. One of the things I always say that you can't train is happy, okay. If somebody is mopey when they come in for the interview, you can't train happy. You can train all the other skills of how to do your store, but you can't train happy. And, but listen to their needs. Talk about their needs and see what you can do, how their needs match with yours, okay? Because you both have needs. You both have needs, and you don't want quiet quitters. So how do you change that up? How do you change that so you now have a great employee, but less than what you would have normally had? You know, you used to only hire people for at least 3 days a week, but you've got this great person who will do 2. You used to only hire full time, but now you've got 3 people that can do 15 hours a week. And I know that creates a little bit more scheduling gyrations and things, but you can really get your store covered. You can create the bandwidth you need, okay, the space you need to run your business and to have an excellent time with it. And you can serve your customers in an excellent way. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. How do you serve your customers? How do you do what you need to do to serve your team, serve your people? So, well, do what you need to do, but don't compromise the role. That's where people first compromise. Well, this person's good at this, and so, I mean, I really need somebody to do these 3 things. This is the role of what a cashier is supposed to do, or a service associate on the floor, but this person can do one of them. I don't want you to compromise your roles. I want you to compromise your schedule. I want you to compromise how you serve and reach people so that you can ultimately be served. So your needs meet their needs. But don't compromise the role. And that is the key lesson with that, is to know that. Don't compromise the role. You need the right soul in the right role, and don't compromise that. Thank you, Julie. Julie Jankowitz, great to have you here live tonight. There's this rumor that households have more cash. Households have more cash. Okay, about $100 a month. About $100 a month in extra cash. Do you? Well, you know, hey, I just found I just found some money. They're $100 a month. People, households have the extra money right now, and where do they have this extra money? They have it in their gas budget. Okay, the average price of gas since June 14th, the peak when it reached a national average of $5.02 a gallon. It's currently at $3.92 a gallon, and the average household uses about 90 gallons of gas a month. My household's above average. Thank you. But the average household's using that. So the average household's got a little more than $100 extra, right around $100 extra a month in spending power. Make sure you're getting your share of, hang on a second, I'm losing money here. Make sure you're getting your share of the cash, people. Cash is king, but cash flow is queen. Cash flow is queen. And we're going to talk more about that because I've got a lot, that we're going to be doing with you to, work on your cash flow planning and your store planning. Because I want you to be even more successful as we hit into fourth quarter and into 2023. Yes, I'm already talking 2023. Can you believe that? I mean, we're almost done with 3/4 of this year, and I'm already thinking ahead. So I'm already thinking ahead to 2023. Well, hey, Julie, if you can catch the cash through the screen, I'll throw it at the camera. I'll throw it at the camera. And we'll make it happen. You know what else we make happen? This video and everything I talk about goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store. I am here live in the Next Level Resale Consulting Facebook page, public Facebook page, and streaming on the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store every Sunday and Wednesday. Every Sunday and Wednesday at more 8 than ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at nextlevelresale.com, Neil at nextlevelresale.com. Get some rest, Rose. Get some rest. Make sure you share it, like it, comment, and share. Click the bell so you know when another video drops. Share it with everybody you know. We start this program every night with the Stay Positive book. The Stay Positive book is how we start. Tonight we're on page 118. Don't get bitter, get better. Find the lesson and move on. There's no I in team, but there are two I's in positive. It means that I must be positive and I must help my team be positive to be our best. Yes, indeed. Stay positive, people. I'm positive and I'm betting on you. I'm betting on you. Until Sunday, folks, I'll see you this Sunday, the 28th. You know, we've got you've got a week left in this month. Make the most of it. Knock it out of the park. You can do it. Just set your mind to it. I'll see you Sunday, everybody. Have a great night.